guys, welcome back to my channel today. Good morning, at least for me anyways. Got a bit of a different setup here today, as you can see. Let me know if you like this setup a little bit better background wise. I'm just trying something out. I'm in front of the window here, so I've got natural light, and actually it came about because I don't know if you remember from my last video or a couple of videos ago, depending on when I upload which videos, because I've got a whole bunch pre-filmed. My tripod broke, so I've kind of had to improvise, and right now I've got my camera propped up on some boxes on top of a dresser in front of my window, and going with natural lighting because I don't have a way to prop my camera sturdy enough on my makeup vanity with my light that I usually use for filming. So hopefully this works for you guys. On monitor here it looks great, and I like using the natural lighting as much as possible anyways, so maybe I'll keep with this. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think of this for the background instead, if this is a little bit better for you guys. Moving on, it is early morning, well, not early, it's about 9:30 right now. We had an early start. School has started for my oldest anyways. He's in grade 2, so we are up and at 'em at 6 o'clock in the morning again. Blah. So I've got my coffee here because mommy needs her coffee now that she's up at 6 o'clock every morning, and hasn't been for like 2 months. So no amount of training my body or doing it on repeat is ever going to get me used to 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not a morning person. But he is now off to school. This is day 2 actually of first day of school, and my youngest is currently occupying himself. He starts kindergarten tomorrow. Where's the time gone? My kids are like, ugh, so big. But anyways, so I usually do this makeup routine really quick before taking the kids to school, but I thought I would push it back a little bit this morning so that I could show you guys how I do this quick, simple, no foundation, minimal makeup, like a no makeup kind of look, because I've been posting it on my Instagram in photos the last little while, and you guys have been loving it, and some of you wanted a tutorial. So here we go. I am doing this tutorial, and I will show you guys how to get my no foundation, super minimal, super quick. This usually takes me like 15 minutes tops in the morning. That's with children distractions and everything, so could probably do it in 10 without any distractions. Obviously it's going to take me a little bit longer than that to film it because I'm going to be talking through and explaining things and showing you guys the products that I'm using, but it's really quick, really simple, and I'll go through a few ways that you can just kind of amp it up just a little bit so that it's not like minimal in case you want to do something just a little bit more to make it slightly more put together, or you're going out for a lunch meeting or date during the afternoon or something sort of thing, and you still want to be simple but yet a little bit more put together and just a little bit more detail. So I will go through all of that, and let's get started. But first, coffee, right? Okay, so again, no foundation. So I'm basically just going to, let me take my rings off, hang on. It's kind of still warm and my fingers swell, and my wedding ring, it doesn't want to come off. Oh, almost. Sorry guys. I didn't think of this. Okay. Ow, do you see that? Who needs a ring when you have like a permanent indent? Okay, rings are off, and I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. Took the rings off because I use my hands for this. So I'm just gonna go 2 pumps because I'm gonna put it everywhere. So I'm not going to use like an eyeshadow primer or anything like that. I didn't want primer all in my rings, especially my wedding ring. I'll take it down my neck too a little bit because it has a really nice shimmer effect to it. That shimmer, illuminating effect, let's go with. It's like a really faint gold shimmer, but it doesn't read as glitter all over your face. The primer is on. I'm going to go through with my trusty Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer in Ultra Light from Hard Candy. Oh, I didn't bring my mirror over. Brah. Hang on. Okay, now I have a mirror. I can see what I'm doing. Like I said, this is a new setup for me, and sometimes you just don't think about things ahead of time like that. I'm just going to use this to even out my skin tone just a tad and highlight the center of my face like I usually do. Oh, I forgot my concealer brush to spread this out. Blech. You know what? I don't want to get up, so I'm just going to use my finger. When in doubt, just use your finger. It works just as well. Sometimes better because it heats up the product, so it makes it easier to spread. I'm still going to go through with my cosmetic sponge to just really press it into the skin and blend it out better. So you could go with no concealer, or you could just spot conceal any imperfections that you have. Whatever works for you, and depending on the type of coverage that you need. My skin is pretty good right now, so I don't need a ton of coverage. I'm basically just concealing more of the under eye area and evening that out, covering up any darkness or bags that I might have from being up early in the morning and being a mom. And then, like I said, just highlighting the center of my face. I'm now going to powder. Forgot my powder brush. Can't really substitute a powder brush with your fingers. Crap. Okay, sorry guys, this video is like a hot mess. We'll take another sip of coffee. Anyways, so I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Airbrush Loose Powder in Translucent Light. They call it translucent. I wouldn't call it translucent. It does have color to it, and that is one of, and I don't use this brush, but I'm getting powder all over my bedding, but that's okay. Because of the color, I mean, it's not super pigmented, and I do like that it has some color because it helps to even out your skin tone if you need that. But because of that, it is not okay for baking. I've tried, when I first got it, I tried baking with it because who wouldn't, right? Loose powder, bake, bake, bake. But not only did it make my under eye area too dark, it really got cakey as far as the powder was concerned. It just kind of powder everywhere. Yeah, my under eye area just got super cakey. It is not the type of powder that you want to bake with. For all over setting the face and stuff, it's beautiful. And it gives a really nice finish to everything. But yeah, just not baking. You don't have to powder. It all depends on your personal preferences and what you and your skin need. I get oily throughout the day, so I definitely powder, but I also find that it just helps everything else that is going on my face. It helps everything just blend that much better. I've got powder marks now on my jeans. You'd think it was a Monday. It's a Wednesday. But it feels like a Tuesday because we had a long weekend. But yeah, so anyways, powdering and powdering everywhere just helps everything blend that much better, and again gives an overall better appearance to my skin anyways. If you're going to powder, I would suggest powdering. If for this look anyways, I would suggest powdering everywhere or powder nothing. If you don't need powder, then great, because you don't want some areas that are going to be matte where the powder is and some areas that are going to end up being a little bit shiny where there is no powder. You just want everything to be really nice and even. I'm now going to take my Shape Your Face palette, contouring palette from Essence in Ready Set Pink, and my Essence blush brush, and I'm going to take the highlight shade. It's got like super minimal subtle shimmer, so it's not like as a highlighter, and I'm just going to make sure that underneath of my eyes is really good, because that big fluffy brush doesn't super get in there, and this powder lasts all day, you guys. All of these shades, all of these shades in this palette last. Like, even at the end of the day, you will still see your contour, your blush, everything. It doesn't just like sink in and soak into your face throughout the day. I'm just making sure my eyes and under eye area, like I said, are nice and set, since this brush can get really right up under there. And then while I'm here, I'm just going to take that shade and go the center of my face and the high points. And then also under here, like under where your contour would be. You could do this part after you contour. I'm not gonna do full contour, so I'm not too worried about it. And then I'm going to grab my brush that I use for bronzing and go into the bronzy shade. And again, I'm not going to really contour, but somewhat in the same spots that I would contour, but not like super precise or anything. Just warm up the skin. You don't have to do these sides of your nose. I like to do it just to give, again, some dimension to my face, to the center of my face, so that it doesn't fall flat or anything. But you don't have to. Again, it all depends on your shape face. If you want to draw attention to your nose or take attention away from your nose. Obviously, makeup is a very personal thing and it's different for everybody. What works for some doesn't work for others, or they have to tweak it a little bit to make it work for them. So that's one of the things I love about makeup, is you can completely make it your own. And then while I have that bronze shade out, I'm still going to use that. I'm just going to go into my crease with it, just to give my eye some dimension, because I am not using eyeshadow. When I first got this palette, I thought that this shade would be way too dark for a bronzer for me, but it's actually quite perfect. And it was like a $7 palette or something like that. The shades are quite pigmented though, so just beware. If you watched my Essence haul video and my Essence One Brand tutorial, I will have them up in the cards and linked in the description box below. You can see exactly how pigmented these were when I first used this blush and when I swatched. Whew! Yeah. While we're here, I'm going to use the blush. Make sure you tap it off. And I like a nice fluffy one and a very light hand. Little bit goes a very long way with this. Found out the hard way. Again, check out that One Brand tutorial video and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I show you how to fix that mistake too. Oh my god. You know what else I forgot to bring over? A highlighter. What? Me? Forget highlight? This is why I don't film this early in the morning, because I don't have my wits about me yet. I'm also not used to this 6 o'clock in the morning yet. I'm never fully used to it, but it does get better. This is only day 2. It's a learning curve. All right, I've got my highlighter. I'm going to use my go-to Tempus from Clionadh Cosmetics. And I'm just going to dip into both sides to kind of mix it and go under my brow here. Don't need much with this one. See what I mean? But that's why I love it. You can really, really like go ham with it and be like super gorgeous, glowy. Or you can just do something nice and soft and subtle with it. Soft and subtle highlight. What? But some people like that. And you can also customize it further by using just one color instead of the 2 together. So obviously the like silvery white side is going to be much stronger and brighter, and this like champagne-y side is going to be less. But don't kid yourself, this champagne side is still quite strong. Like come on now. So yeah, and that was just one swipe of each. So yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. Ooh. But gorgeous. I like to swirl them both together because then you get a nice neutral blingy shade. So I've done my inner corners. And I'm just kind of like not being messy with it, but I'm not being like just right in there. I'm just going to blend this brow bone a little bit so that I don't have a line of highlight. Might have been a bit much. My brush picked up more than I thought. You can skip this step if you want something really subtle, or obviously use a much less intense highlight. And I'm being like minimal with this. I'm not doing my usual like go ham, I'm putting it everywhere, but I'm not like really heavily applying it. This is just one of those highlights that doesn't need heavy application. Just make sure it's all kind of in there, blend it a little bit. So you can see that really nice highlight. What's left on my little brush here, I am just going to amp up right here. Then I'm going to go in with my Essence Make Me Eyebrow Gel Mascara in Browny Brows. No pencil or anything today, just going for natural, again, easy. This takes like no time to run through the brows. There's no finicking. But yeah, super nice and easy and quick, but defines the brows a bit more. And I find if there's something done with my brows, I don't need as much makeup either, because it just helps easily and simply define your eye area and frame your face. Eyebrows and mascara, man. If nothing else, eyebrows and mascara and highlight. And then we will curl the lashes. I don't know if you guys can hear that dog barking. I've got my window open and neighbors' dogs are going. Well, dog. But then one starts and any of the dogs in the backyards join in. Okay, now this is where you again can amp it up or go super natural or whatever. your choice of mascara. You can do a brown if you want a more daytime. You can do something like what I'm doing. I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume by Essence. Super black, lots of oomph and like dimension and length and volume to your lashes. I find if I go natural, I don't match my eyelashes to that. I like my eyelashes to like pop and be in your face no matter what kind of makeup I'm wearing. So that's my choice. But again, you can do whatever suits you and your fancy. I'm super finicky with my mascara. And then just lips, and that completes this super easy minimal look. I'm going to use my new CoverGirl Melting Pout Gel Liquid Lipstick in 05 Gel Full. I got this from Influencer, complimentary for review and testing. I love it. It's this perfect nudie pink color. It is a warm tone pink, but I love it's got a sponge tip applicator. Really easy to just put on. You don't necessarily need a mirror because it's not going to make a mess everywhere. So you could just throw it in your purse, reapply easily without any like major mess or anything. It does need to be reapplied throughout the day. It's not like a long wearing or long lasting sort of thing, but the color lasts like a decent amount of time. It's not like you need to reapply it every 5 minutes. It's super, super comfy. It's not sticky. It doesn't slide everywhere. It doesn't get all over my teeth or anything like that. It's fantastic. I love it. But there you go. That's it for this super simple, easy, quick. Would be quicker if I wasn't talking. I didn't keep on forgetting everything. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and all I used was 5 face products and then like powder and primer. So really minimal products as well. It helps that this did my entire face. And again, you don't necessarily have to use primer for this. Depends on your skin type or what you like. And again, you don't necessarily have to use a powder as well. And if you want to add a little bit of extra oomph, you can always grab your favorite eyeliner and tight line, or later in the day, if you want to take this from like day to evening sort of thing, you could put a simple quick wing on, deepen up the crease a little bit more, and change the lip out for something darker or more vibrant, and you're good to go. You could also make this more summery by putting on like a nice bright peachy coral orangey red tone lipstick. Like there's so many ways to change up this super simple thing and just give it that extra oomph. But yeah, this is basically my basic face that I use for everything. And again, in the morning when I'm doing it and not filming, 10-15 minutes absolute tops, even with distractions from the kids, and I'm ready to go. And it's super, super simple. You could also amp it up by using an eye pencil and then the brow gel, or just an eye pencil, whatever you like to do for your typical brow routine, and amp up the highlighter a little bit more too if you want, if that's your sort of thing, and you're good. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you try out this super simple look. Let me know if you've used any of these products and what you think of them and how they work for you. And sound off in the comments below what you guys want to see next. I love doing tutorials for you guys, but I want to make sure that I'm doing tutorials that you guys want to see. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time out of your day. I super appreciate every single last one of you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already subscribed. And thank you again. Like, share, comment, check out all of my other previous videos. Again, I'll have things linked in the cards and in the description box below and at the end of this video. And that'll do it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, whatever it is, wherever you are, whenever you are watching this. Love yourself, take care of yourself, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah. Oh no. Go through with my, let me silence this thing, sorry. Boof. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula. What is going on? Early mornings. Do not agree with me. Shape your face. Contouring.